So you're thinking of moving to Virginia Beach, Virginia, but you're not really familiar with the area? Well, good news. Today I got you covered as I'm going to answer some of the top questions I get asked about Virginia Beach, Virginia. And as you can see here, we're at one of our local parks, Mount Trashmore. And while we're here, I might as well show you around. So let's get into it. So there are a lot of different questions I get asked, but the first one I seem to get asked a lot by some of the clients I've helped in the past is, being a local, is there anything around and inside the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia that you absolutely won't go to or won't do? And quite honestly, I think this is a pretty easy one for many locals in the area. Me personally, during the summertime, I will not go anywhere near the boardwalk. I avoid that area like the plague. The reason why is just it's so crowded with tourism and tourists. The beach is awesome, so I totally understand why so many people come to the area, but it's just not something for me. Now, I'm not saying I don't go to the beach during the summertime, because I certainly do. It's just the boardwalk area is not the beach I go to. Personally, I go a little farther down south to Sandbridge, and that's where I do my swimming with the family in the summertime. So that's a pretty easy one for me, and I think a lot of other locals would tell you the same thing. During the summertime, traffic down that way with all the tourists is pretty bothersome to be around. So another question I get asked sometimes, is there any different life hacks I know of about living in Virginia Beach, Virginia? And I don't necessarily know that these are true life hacks that are gonna make your life any easier. However, the first thing I would tell you if you're living in the city of Virginia Beach, take advantage of the rec centers. A membership to the rec center, I think for an adult is literally like just a little over $100 a year. And I know for a fact for a kid, it's right around $40 a year. And to give you an example, the Kempsville Rec Center is an incredible facility with an indoor pool, a bowling alley, basketball courts, tennis courts, but there's many different rec centers throughout the city. And that is one thing I don't think enough people take advantage of, because someone like me who does not live in the city of Virginia Beach, I can tell you we are jealous. Another thing I would tell you if you're moving to Virginia Beach, Virginia, as far as a life hack goes, before you decide where to live, make sure you look at an AQ's map. An AQ's map actually just shows you the noise and crash zones for NAS Oceana in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Make sure you check out this map, because it will lay out for you where the noise and potential crash zones are for NAS Oceana that's located in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And jet noise is a thing that happens in Virginia Beach. So before you decide where you want to live, I would certainly take a look at that map, because some people have no problem with the jet noise, while others say they can't handle it and they feel like they're right underneath a flight path. And the next life hack, I'm actually going to show you outside in the field so you can see what I'm talking about. But this deals with driving around the area of Virginia Beach and throughout Hampton Roads. Take a look at this. Okay, so when people ask me what my number one con of living in Virginia Beach would be, it's gotta definitely be the traffic. Give you an example right here. While it's not in Virginia Beach, if you are living anywhere in Hampton Roads or driving around Hampton Roads, you're definitely gonna be going into a tunnel or over a bridge. And real quick tip for you, you definitely want to make sure you buy one of these. This is an easy pass. You're going to need it to go through any of these tunnels, like I'm in here at the downtown tunnel right now outside of Norfolk. And then also another tip, my daughter here is showing you right up front. When you're in these tunnels, make sure you maintain your speed. It's really annoying and causes a lot of accidents when people ride up on each other and push their brakes. So that's another extra bonus tip for you from someone that's lived here over 25 years. And I actually have some more things I could discuss with you, but make sure you reach out to me. You can ask me any questions you want. I hope you're liking this video. If you are, don't forget to hit that like button down below, but reach out to me. I'm gonna be your resource for everything living in Virginia Beach, especially if you're new to the area and aren't familiar with it. Let's go ahead and move on to our next question though, and that would be, what is my favorite neighborhood in all of Virginia Beach, Virginia? So Virginia Beach has many different styles of neighborhoods, so many different to choose from. It's really kind of a tough choice, but I would say my favorite area of Virginia Beach, I already mentioned going to Sandbridge. I really like it down there. That whole area, Southern Virginia Beach, it's a little more quiet, a little more open, not so many neighborhoods, cookie cutter neighborhoods everywhere. I just kind of like the wide open spaces. You need to call me before you decide where to live so I can tell you what area is best for you. You might not like wide open spaces, so that area down there probably wouldn't be for you. But as far as neighborhoods go, there is one neighborhood I personally really like within Virginia Beach, in that Sandbridge, Southern Virginia Beach area, and that would be Asheville Park. Asheville Park is a huge neighborhood, plenty of walking trails throughout the neighborhood. They do have a community center, and actually they're still building new construction, but there are homes there that have been there for over 10 years. I will tell you, as far as pricing goes on the new construction, they are a little on the high end for Virginia Beach. They're starting around $900,000 and up. So if that's not something that works for you, like I said, there are other neighborhoods within Asheville Park that are not new construction. And actually, let's get on my computer because I want to show you two that actually just had a $25,000 and a $20,000 price reduction. So let's take a look at that now.
So here we are looking at houses for sale. Right over here on the left, this is all of Virginia Beach. Let me zoom in and kind of show you where Asheville Park is. Asheville Park is actually pretty much most of this area here, and actually right around here is where they've got the new construction going. And unfortunately, I mentioned that there was two houses that had price cuts. That was literally a couple days ago that I said that, and one of them is actually already under contract. So now there's just one with a house under contract, and that would be this location here on Graydon Loop. Show you that real quick. Swimming pool, nice backyard with patio, beautiful kitchen. For the most part, most of the houses in Asheville Park look very similar. This one actually had a $25,000 price decrease recently, so it's now listed for $750,000. But if you're interested in any of these, please reach out to me. There's not too many that come on in Asheville Park very often that are not new construction, but when they do, they usually go pretty fast.
So Asheville Park is pretty much one of my favorite neighborhoods in the city of Virginia Beach, but it might not be your favorite neighborhood. So I would love to talk to you if you have any questions. My information's down below. This is the kind of stuff we can discuss so we can find you the best neighborhood to live in. Everyone is different, and our area is very large. There's many different areas besides Virginia Beach, so I'm pretty sure we could find a place for you. And if you are getting any value out of this video, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We're going to be publishing videos like this every week, every Saturday morning. I will be bringing videos just like this to you. Okay, so you're going to live in Virginia Beach, Virginia. You've decided that. So what are some things to do in the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia? Well, one thing my family and I really enjoy doing is going putt-putt golf. I will tell you, I already mentioned earlier how I stay away from the boardwalk, and that is true. However, there's an awesome putt-putt golf place down there. Insider tip here, that's called Jungle Golf. It's been here forever, since I remember as a kid when I was 5 or 6 years old going there. It's just a great time to have with you and your family. If it's in the summer and you don't want to deal with the tourists, because there's going to be a lot of tourists down there, there is also Lynn Haven Golf Park along Holland Road, and they have a small putt-putt course. They have batting cages. That's also a good time. I just like getting outdoors and spending time with my family doing activities. Another thing you can do if you are into sports, there are plenty of golf courses around Virginia Beach. So if you like golfing, you're in luck there. Many different price ranges depending on what course you go. But during Sunday afternoon prices, you can find some courses in the $25, $30 range, some of the public courses. I like being outside, so I personally feel Virginia Beach has an awesome park. One of the best parks probably in our area would be Mount Trashmore Park. That's actually where I was in the beginning of this video. So let's go back there so I can show you a little more about that park. Right behind me is Mount Trashmore, and during the summertime around 4th of July, they have a great fireworks show here. If you've ever seen fireworks, you know what they're like, but it's something about sitting on this hill with your family, 4th of July, looking out over the water. Awesome fireworks show. I really suggest you take a look at that there. And then look behind me right here. One cool thing about Mount Trashmore, as you can see me behind me, is the lake. I'm about to get pooped on while I'm sitting here talking to you guys. But you can come out to these piers and docks, and in the summertime, take a look at some of the fish that you can feed. You can also bring some bread with your kids and feed some of the ducks that are in here. But also behind me, the lake, there is a walking path. I believe it's about a mile. If I'm wrong about that, go ahead and correct me. But that's a good time to get some exercise, bring out the family, just get the kids out of the house. As you can see here, I got some seagull friends who think they're gonna get fed. Some good exercising can be had here at Mount Trashmore Park. I'm here with my daughter, Samantha. Say hi, Samantha.
Hi.
As you can tell, she's thrilled being out here in the cold. But you can get a really good workout heading up here. We're gonna go to the top and give you a view from the top. All right, we made it to the top. Another thing you can do at this park when you are up top here, if it's a windy day, bring out your kites. A lot of people like to fly kites off the top of this hill. Also, like I mentioned earlier, you can head down this hill whether you're rolling or possibly during the winter time, if we do get occasional snow, maybe head out here. I'm not the one that told you this, but this is a cool place to come tubing. I will tell you, usually though, they keep this area patrolled, so they don't really allow people to do that. But if there is no snow, you can just head off and roll down the hill, have a good time with you and your family. I know when I was younger as a kid, I used to enjoy coming here and rolling down the hill with me and my brother, and my kids also enjoy doing the same. And there are many more things to do. I was just showing you things to do outside of going to the beach. Obviously, that's the top thing to do in the city, but I just wanted to give you some other ideas. So make sure you reach out to me because I got many more ideas I could give you. My information's down below. This is the type of information I will provide you. Love to get on a call with you. Also, I do these videos every week. I'm gonna be releasing these videos at the same time every week, Saturday morning. I appreciate you watching. Please stay tuned because every week we're gonna be doing different videos about Virginia Beach and the surrounding areas. But the next question I get a lot about Virginia Beach, not only Virginia Beach, but everywhere in Hampton Roads, people always ask me about the schools. Where are the best schools? What are the best school systems? What is the best school? I will tell you, as a real estate agent, I am not personally allowed to steer you in any way. So you're not getting my opinion on what the #1 schools are in Virginia Beach. We're actually gonna go to some public information, and that would be niche.com. Niche.com gives the Virginia Beach Public Schools an overall grade of an A, and I will tell you that is the best score in all of Hampton Roads and the surrounding cities. So that's got to tell you something about Hampton Roads. And again, if you have individual questions about schools, reach out to me. And that's the kind of stuff that we can go over when I meet with you over the phone or face to face. Okay, so another question I get asked from people, hey, when I move to the area, I'm totally new to the area, what am I absolutely gonna hate about living in Virginia Beach, Virginia? Be honest with you, I think living in Virginia Beach, Virginia is gonna be awesome for you if you decide to move here. So I don't really think there's a lot of things you're gonna hate. However, there are things that are gonna bother you depending on who you are and what you like or don't like. So a couple of those I've actually kind of already mentioned a little bit. The first one that comes to mind anytime anybody's moving anywhere into Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach, it doesn't matter. Our traffic is absolutely horrendous. We do have a lot of tunnels that you're gonna have to go across. If you're traveling outside of Virginia Beach to go to say Norfolk or Chesapeake, we have many tunnels, many bridges. There's the downtown tunnel in Norfolk. There's the Monitor Merrimack Bridge, the Hampton Roads Tunnel. If you're going north, the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. Those cause a lot of issues in traffic, but just overall our highways of 264, 464, 64, during rush hour traffic, they are absolutely awful to drive in. If you've seen any of my other videos, I've talked about it before. If you are going anywhere in the area during rush hour time, you are gonna hit some traffic. I know people tell me, oh, where I'm from, traffic's horrible too. I'm sure it is, but until you've actually lived in our area, gone through waiting at the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel for an hour and a half because a truck was too tall to go through the tunnel and got stuck, you will see what I mean. You will learn to hate the traffic situation in Virginia Beach, Virginia and Hampton Roads. So another thing I mentioned kind of already that you need to look at would be the jet noise. Personally, as a kid that grew up in a Navy family, my father served in the Navy for over 20 years. I think the jets are incredible. They're there for a reason, protecting our country, which is extremely important. And I'm one of those people that say, hey, listen to that jet sound. That is the sound of freedom. However, I'm not naive. They do get very loud and it can be irritating. Personally, I am not gonna live in an area where planes are flying over my head every 30 seconds to a minute, because that's gonna get annoying for me. And if you think that's gonna bother you, just know in Virginia Beach, Virginia, jet noise is an issue in some parts of the city, not everywhere. Like I said, reach out to me. We can talk about the different areas. I can tell you what's best for you depending on what you like. We can go over that AQs map I already mentioned so you can see where best fits your lifestyle, your needs. But that is something you're gonna have to deal with living in the area. The third thing is kind of funny just because, like I've already mentioned, I'm actually a realtor here in Hampton Roads serving this area. So it's kind of sacrilegious for me to say this, I think, but I think Virginia Beach is way, way overdeveloped. As I previously said, I like living in kind of open rural places. That's kind of why I live out in Chesapeake. It's a little more wide open there, but don't get me wrong, Chesapeake's building up just as much as Virginia Beach is too. But that's my opinion. I just feel Virginia Beach, there's new construction in many different places. There's a lot of cookie cutter neighborhoods. There's a lot of great neighborhoods too, but I just feel it's getting to a point where there's so many different apartment complexes, so many different neighborhoods. There's really not a whole lot of green space left in the city anymore due to the overdevelopment, unless you go down in the Pungo area. So to me, that's a con. If you're like me and you want to live in the open spaces, Virginia Beach might not be for you, but there are other cities around Virginia Beach that do offer open spaces. So it's not really a deal breaker, but in this video, we're really just talking about the city of Virginia Beach. But again, you and I need to talk about that. If that is something you are thinking about and you have questions about this city, my information is down below. Please reach out. And one more thing, if you could do me a favor, if you got any value out of this video at all, please hit that like button down below. That really helps me get this video out to as many people as possible. And if you want to hear more about the city of Virginia Beach, take a look at the video I did here as I go over all the different pros and cons of living in Virginia Beach. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Hope you have a great day, and until the next time, we will see you on the next video.